All right, so hello, welcome back. We are going to be working on opening up that chest. If you're anything like me, you spend probably about 90% of your day in some sort of position like this, or like this, or like this. I tend to bottle feed on my right, so this side of me is killing me. Extreme amounts of pain. I've tried chiropractor, I've tried masseuse. Need to keep trying all of them, baths, icing, all the things, but there's so much strain. I tend to crane my neck when I'm nursing. I tend to crane my neck. Even that is killing me while I'm bottle feeding. We naturally tend to round forward. After all of that front carriage, we were just being sucked forward. So we're gonna try to crack open the chest, get a little bit into the neck area, get everything warmed up, and hopefully feeling a little bit better. So let's get started. I'm gonna start on my knees. If it feels better to you to cross your legs, you're welcome to. And if you have a block or a pillow and you wanna sit on that, you're welcome to. You can always take a roll up towel, put it in between the soft part of your knees. That'll give you a little bit of height. You can also throw a towel underneath your knees. We're looking for comfort in the low body while we work into the upper body. So just take a nice tall seat first. Hands can rest on your knees if they're wide or on your thighs. Take a deep breath in, close your eyes. Big sigh out. Good. Breath in. Big breath out. Good. Just go ahead and blink your eyes open and start with some really juicy shoulder rolls. We're going to be doing these a lot because they feel really good. And it's the nicest, easiest, fastest way to give yourself a massage. And I'm talking be luxurious, like squeeze them up to your shoulders, clink the shoulder blades together, drag them down your back as your chest puffs out, right? It can be a really almost full spine engagement. I'll show you from the side. So it doesn't have to just be a small shoulder roll. We want to get everything involved here, almost so it looks like those cat-cow shapes. So the spine is contracting and expanding. So do a good couple rolls back. Oh, shoulders are already starting to feel tired. Get the neck involved, open and close the jaw. Once those feel pretty good, let's head the other way. So you're gonna squeeze the shoulder blades up your back, just crack the sternum open, squeeze, 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 lift, and then let everything just round and drop forward. Right, so we're working in all of the motions, all of the ways that the spine works, except for the side to side right now. So we're getting all the front parts, all the back parts. Really letting the shoulders move. If you're anything like me, my shoulders are already starting to get exhausted, and that's totally fine. We want to get in, get some blood pumping into those areas we haven't been paying a lot of attention to. Good. All right, when everything's starting to feel a little bit more neutral, sit yourself up tall. And this time just make sure the spine is actually nice and straight. So start to pull your belly button into your spine, lift your hip bones up. And you're just gonna take your gaze up to the ceiling, breathe in, chin down to your chest as you breathe out. Gentle movements in and out. In and out. In and out. Good. Just be careful when you're dropping back that you aren't actually dropping back, right? That you're offering support the whole time. So it's not quite your full range of motion. We don't really need that. Good. Back to center. You're going to look right and center. Look left and center. Right and center. Left and center. Settle the ribs. Right and center. Left and center. Right and center. Left and center. Good. Chin down to your chest. You're going to roll it towards the right shoulder. Exhale, roll back to the left. Breathe in. Exhale, roll back to the right. I'll show you this. So these are just half circles. Keep going. Inhales as the chin gets toward the shoulder. Exhales to soften down. I'm already, anytime I drop my head, feel a tremendous amount of pull through the back, through the mid-back, the thoracic spine rather, into the cervical spine, into the neck. Good. Perfect. So now the neck is a little bit warmer. What we're going to do is start to decompress the neck. So we spend a lot of our lives in general texting, talking, driving, right? Craned forward. I'll show you what I mean by that. Craning forward. So what we're going to do is go the exact opposite way. So find your neutral first, activate the abdomen, sit up nice and tall, and you're going to take the chin, try to keep it as parallel to the ground as you can, and just pull it back into space. Send the head forward, pull it back. So you're going neutral, draw it back. neutral, draw it back, right? Because we spend all day forward, which is an easier motion for most of us. And instead, I want you to draw it back. Notice what happens to the shoulders. Are they lifting? Keep them where they are and just draw it back, right? We're giving the vertebra a chance to move in the opposite direction. It's tempting to drop your chin when you do this. See if you can keep it parallel. So the head itself is just moving back in space, just moving back in space. Just for 3, just 2, good, just 1. Good, come back to neutral. Maybe a little open and close of the jaw. Hands are gonna move to the base of the skull, right? So fingers are really going to grab onto, I have 2 kind of protruding bones, not sure what skull bones are called, but there they are. That's where my hands are going to go, so I can get a lift from the base of my skull. It almost, like you just saw, makes me want to lift up my whole body. And what we're going to do in the front, I like to take the thumbs and put them right at the jaw joint. So you can get a little pressure into that jaw joint and give yourself a little massage while we're doing this. Fingers are going to go into the base of the spine. And you're going to pick up your whole cranium, pick up your whole head, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to pull your shoulders down your back and just start to lift your head. So you're taking all the pressure of your head off of your spine. And then soften that down. Big breath in, breath out, shoulders down your back, lift the head up. And then let that go. Breathe in, breathe out, lift the head up. Last one, breath in, breath out. Good. Give yourself a little jaw massage here while you're here. Open and close, get into that area a little bit. It can be really, really tense. If you like to grind your teeth, a lot of us do. If you clench your jaw when you're asleep, a lot of us do. That's what's going on. Ooh, I'm going to give my knees a break. If you need to give your knees a break too, go for it. Even if your legs are just crossed, give your legs a chance to shake out there. That was a lot. Good. And then you can either head back onto your knees, or since we're in a different position, you can go ahead and cross your legs or find your feet together, whatever feels better to you. So I'm going to try a different position, but you can go back to the same one you just had if that felt good. Hands are going to go right back to where they were. So thumbs on the jaw, fingertips on the base of your skull. Push into your butt bones. Take a breath in and lift up here. And now as you exhale, I want you to widen your elbows. See how everything wants to round forward here? I want you to get really wide. Lift up, breathe in. And then as you breathe out, I want you to start looking up towards the sky. So you have to drop really heavy through your butt bones, and it's a tiny little back bend up through the cervical spine into the thoracic spine. Breathe in, breathe out. Widen the elbows again. Breath in, breath out. Last one, breath in, breath out. Good. Slowly inhale, brings yourself all the way up. Drop your hands down. Give your head a chance just to fall forward into space. Move the spine around a little like we did if you need to. Maybe a couple shoulder rolls. Perfect. So what's keeping us from falling backwards? Your abs, right? So we're lifting up. That's all I want you to think about is lifting up. It's the eyeballs that start to turn towards the ceiling. Eventually, maybe the chin will lift as the spine joins the chin. So we're not dropping back and we're not falling back, right? The abs are on fire. They're working so hard. We're thinking lifting up. It's as if your sternum, this really top point of your sternum, is just going to touch the sky. So think of your spine getting straighter, 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 and your upper spine has this soft, gentle arch back is what we're going for. So let's try it again. Thumbs on the jawline, hands at the base of your spine. Big breath in, lift up, 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 up. As you exhale, just widen the elbows and soften your shoulders down your back. So now you're prepped. Turn on your abs. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, up and over. Push into the butt bones. Breath in. Breath out, up and over. Again, breath in. It should be work. It's a lot of work. Breath out, up and over. Good. Last one. We're right there. Breathe in, lift, 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 lift. Breathe out. Just get wider. Just get wider. Inhale back to center. Good. Exhale, let all of that go. Roll your shoulders. Perfect. So now we need a little bit of rounding forward because we've done so much lifting. So you're going to go ahead and plant your feet flat on the ground, about hip width distance. And I like them a good bit in front of me, however many foot, maybe something like that. Your options here are either to grab your hands underneath your legs. You can grab opposite wrist if that feels good. If you can get to your forearms, great. And if you don't have any of that availability at all, you can just grab the backs of your legs. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll grab a wrist. I want you to sit up really tall first, really tall and straight. Little squeeze into the hips here. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, I want you to push your spine through the skin on your back. Start to drop your chin into your chest. Keep breathing. Breath in. Breath out, round. Let the head get heavy. Relax the jaw. Soften the shoulders down. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Perfect. Inhale is going to bring you all the way up. Let's swing ourselves around to an all four shape. Let's start to move our body in some really nice cat-cows, which feel really good. So as you inhale, you're going to gaze up. Use this as a chance to stretch the abdomen. So press deep into the hands. Pull the heart forward, wrist back. Exhale, chin to your chest. You're going to push straight up. And at the bottom of your exhale, you're going to rock back towards your heels and get deeper into the low back. And then snake yourself through. Inhale. Exhale up. And back. Inhale. Exhale up, through and back. Inhale. Exhale right up, through and back. Inhale. Last one, exhale. Good. And while we're back here, I want you just to take a seat all the way back on your heels. Walk your hands forward. So knees are parallel, feet are parallel. Hands are going to walk forward, and you're just going to rest your head down on the ground. Wrap your shoulders down your back. And then notice your elbows are heavy, so they want to drop towards the ground. But for right now, just keep your arms extended. They don't have to be super active, but keep them long. Shoulders soften down. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Gently start to shift yourself forward. We're going to head into a puppy dog, so you're already kind of halfway there. The legs are already still hip width distance. You're going to keep them that way. And you are just going to extend your arms forward, rest your elbows down, and then your forehead down. And then walk your weight back so your hips are in line with your knees. So before we had butt in line with heels, and now we want to have butt in line with knees. So forehead is going to rest on the ground if that feels best to you. Otherwise, you can choose mouth or chin, whatever feels good. And then check in. I know this can be a tremendous stretch through your shoulders and chest. It certainly is for me, but just keep breathing here. Good. Breath in and out. Breath in and out. Breath in and breath out. Good. You're gently going to shift yourself forward. So you're coming forward into a Sphinx pose. So forearms are going to stay on the ground. You can walk your knees back or just slide yourself forward. You'll pretty much be there. Legs are going to stay hip width distance. I want your legs active. So you're going to press the tops of your feet into the ground. And then push your pubic bone down. So it tends to want to lift up. I want you to press it down, push into your hands, and then start to send your heart forward. So your chest is getting wider and wider and wider. Big breath in here. Right back to our neck again. Exhale, left chin over left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Center. Left. Center. Right. Keep pressing the floor away. Center, left, center, right. Good. Back to center. Slowly, gently lower yourself all the way down. You're going to put your right ear on the ground. Hands are going to fall behind you. Let your toes fall in and your heels fall out, and just take a moment. Feel how delicious it feels to lay on your belly. We haven't done that. I know, breasts might be an issue. So if it really doesn't feel good laying on them, depending on where you are in your nursing, you might want to plant your hands on the ground and just rest your forehead on your hands. That'll give you a little bit more space there so you don't feel so squished in the upper region. Good. One more breath in. And breath out. Good. So stretching the back is all good and well, but it's no good to us if there's no strength there as well. So now we're going to work just into a little bit of strength. So legs will stay right where they are. They're going to stay on the ground, and they're going to stay nice and strong. Let's start with palms down to the ground. Elbows are wide. Move your shoulders down your back. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, make your legs strong and lift just your chest up with your arms. Good. Breathe in here. As you exhale, draw your elbows toward your ribs. Inhale, center. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, center. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, center. Exhale, squeeze. One more. Inhale, center. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, center. Lower it all the way down. Good. Shake that out. Move the hips around. Move the legs around. Let's try one more variation. Take a big breath in. Strong legs. Pubic bone down. Exhale, lift up. Breathe in, get higher. Breathe out, squeeze, elbows to ribs. Breathe in, you're going to lower down just to hover. Breathe out, lift, elbows squeeze. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, lower down. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. These will get you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. 3 more. I'm there with you. These are killers. We've got this last one. Good. Lower all the way down this time. Stack one palm on top of the other. Give yourself a much needed break. Forehead down. Toes in, heels out. Rock the hips if you need. Rock the forehead if you need. Good. Let everything go. Good. Last little bit for our back strength. Hands, fingertips are going to line up with your shoulders. Elbows will squeeze in towards your ribs. Again, just keep the legs hip width distance. Keep them strong. We'll head just into a baby cobra. So pubic bone is going to drop into the earth, right? So the butt's not lifting up. We're pressing down with the pubic bone. Drag your belly button through your spine. Big breath in. Breath out. Start to lift up. And just hold it there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift a little higher. So you should feel the pubic bone anchoring down as you lift up. Breathe in. Breathe out, lift. If the low back's getting crunchy, widen your legs. If it feels good, you might be able to draw the legs closer together. Last one, breath in. Breath out, lift, 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 lift. Slow, steady, soft all the way down. This time left ear on the ground. You're gonna look right. Hands by your side, or again, right underneath the head if you need that extra support for the upper body. Breath in. Breath out. Good. Hands down to the ground. Press yourself back up to all fours. Classic extended child's pose this time. Toes in, knees out as wide as feels good to you. Wiggle yourself back to your heels. Arms are going to go really long here. And instead of just putting your head down right away, I want you to walk your fingers as long, and your hands rather, and arms rather, as long as they go. I want you to press down and pull your shoulders back into space. So as you pull your shoulders back, hopefully you can see the soft part of the elbow start to spin up. That's what we want. I want you to gaze towards the top of your mat and let the chest lower down as the hips move back. Get as low as you can while you're still gazing forward. I kind of feel like a wild animal on the prowl here. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then slowly start to take your gaze down to your fingers and your thumbs. And then gently start to walk your gaze down. So I'm kind of to the mid of my forearm now. I'm walking towards my elbows. And then I start to lose a little bit of sight, but I can see some of my biceps and triceps. And you're gently, slowly allowing your neck to lengthen, lengthen, lengthen until the tip of your forehead lands down on the ground. Pull your shoulders back in space again. Spin the elbows up. Feel the hips get heavy. Relax your toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Gently shift yourself forward. This time walk your knees all the way together to touch. Take a seat back on your heels. So we are going to be laying our belly down on our thighs. We haven't done that in a long time. I know I have a lot of extra, let's say, substance in my belly area than I did pre-baby. So for some of us, that's not comfortable. And I know the first few weeks when I started doing it didn't feel that great. Now it feels pretty good about 4 months out. So if you do need to let your knees spill apart a little to make space for the abdomen and the organs, go for it. Otherwise, knees together. This time, we're going to reach our arms forward into a prayer. So you're going to press your palms together. You get to choose what thumb is on top, but notice that you have a favorite. I always choose my left on top. So today, maybe switch it out and then just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle your hands as far forward as they go until your arms are straight. And then wiggle your ears in between your biceps and let your forehead rest down. So it's a little wiggly pose. Melt your hips back, back, back. And then again, notice your elbows want to sink. I want you to work to have the straightest, strongest arms you can. Let the palms touch. If you can get the wrist to touch, you get a gold star. You're going to take the middle fingers and press them down towards the ground so you get a lot of lift underneath the armpits. I want you to think soft part of the elbows up. As you exhale, pull your shoulders down your back. Soft part of the elbows up. Exhale, pull your shoulders down your back. Breathe in. Pull your shoulders down your back. Sink heavier in your hips. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Gently let that release. Walk your hands back. They can either rest by your side, they can rest underneath your forehead if you need that little lift of the head, or if it feels good to you, full embryo pose, forehead on the ground, arms behind you. We're here for about 5 deep rounds of breath, so you might want to switch the arm positions halfway through. You have plenty of time to play around. Just about 3 more breaths left. Make them really deep and full. It's pretty hard to breathe since the belly is pressing into the thighs. So send all of that air into your low back, the backs of your ribs, your mid-spine. Really feel the back rise as you breathe in and fall. Let's take just a few more extra breaths. This feels so nice. Breathe in. Good. So if you want to stay here and keep breathing, it feels nice to you, go for it. If you're ready to move on, gently draw yourself up to a seat. If staying kneeling feels good to you, you can stay kneeling. You can also release your legs and come to a cross-legged seat or that diamond shape. You're going to plant your hands on your thighs. Wrap your shoulders down your back. Sit up nice and tall. Just take a big breath in and a big breath out. Hands up to your heart space. Thumb is going to touch your sternum. Sit up really tall. Breathe in. As you breathe out, chin towards your chest, bow your head. As always, thank yourself for taking the time, for slowing down, for being gentle with yourself and being patient. You did an awesome job. Awesome, awesome, awesome job. Little bit into the neck, upper back, opening the chest, a little bit of strengthening there, and a little bit of low back, right? It's hard to stay with one area of the body without working on other areas of the body. We are connected. And quite often, I notice if you have upper back pain, you often have low back pain. So hopefully you feel good after that. Take those stretches away from you that you can do every day. Add them into your routine. None of us want to be in pain. It's hard enough doing everything that we're doing. So take care of your body, breathe, slow down, take care of you. I'll see you later. Bye.